Hello friend, welcome to a video. I know I said no more Indiana Jones videos, but well, here we are doing another Indiana Jones video. So sorry about that. This was just talking about something I did say I'd show you. So, I did say I'd show you. You were warned. Don't say you didn't know it was coming. A custom indie head I had painted, which is this fella here. Let's see if we can bring him forward a bit. Perhaps you can get a bit of a better look at him. So this is the original indie first wave fella with the naughty belt, which I haven't got around to fixing yet, but I will. And his head and neck have been away. A friend of mine who's very talented has repainted it. Now he normally paints 1/6 scale figures, but I think he's done a very nice job indeed with this. It looks lovely. You can see that, there is indeed a good sculpt there, and a bit of paint brings that out, I think. He's looking pretty cool. He's going to get you. So yeah, I think, if you can paint or you know someone who can paint, then that's certainly a route to go. And then we've got the Last Crusade Indie, which I think personally is still the best sculpt, particularly because the movable hat I love the movable hat. It's so cool, and you can do such cool expressions with it. And then there's the Last Crusade head on an original indie body, just for a bit of comparison. And again, I'm going to say I still think that probably the best sculpt is the Last Crusade sculpt. Although the original sculpt's still good, and with a bit of paint can look very nice indeed. But I'm going to say my winner is Last Crusade. I just think, that's got the edge for me in terms of likeness of Harrison Ford. Let's just bring another chappie in. I've got Dardis Indy, which again I think is a very good sculpt. I think, in some ways I think it's easier to get an older sculpt right in this scale and 1/6 scale, or any scale really, because you've got a lot more to work with in terms of lines, features, wrinkles, things that then stand out, grab the eye, and make you think, yes, that's who that is. So I think, very often when you see a sculpt and go, wow, that's a great sculpt, I'm thinking of some of the Walter White sculpts that people have done, because Brian Feller has got, a very craggy, interesting face with lots of nice details that you can, put in the sculpt and really brings it to life. The Hot Toys, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm forgetting his name now, the blue fella, Star-Lord's surrogate dad. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but the brain's just gone now, and it's not going to help me. Yondu. Thank you, brain. You just took a moment. Again, Yondu sculpt. I mean, that's a beautiful sculpt. Excellent, one of the best. But again, Michael, whatever his face is, has got a very interesting face. Lots of angles and creases and old gentleman handsomeness, shall we say, that makes, that an easier perhaps sculpt to visualize and make than someone, say, like young Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, or someone like Ryan Gosling. There's a good example. A very traditionally handsome, smooth-faced man who, while he looks good, obviously he's a good-looking man. Lots of people think so, and I like him as an actor. He's very good. I don't think I've seen a film that he's not been good in, to be honest. But he's got such a almost perfect asymmetric face that when you try and then reduce that down to 1/6 or 1/12 scale, there's not much to hang your hook on in terms of features of note that make you think, oh yeah, that's who that is. If someone's got a really big nose or a big chin or lots of wrinkles or one eye bigger than the other, these are things that would obviously lead you to think that's who that is. But traditionally very handsome people don't have those, so they're harder to sculpt, I reckon. I'll just bring this chap in too, just for fun, because we've got him here. He's dropped his hat. This is the SHF head from the old Han Solo on the spare Destiny, not Destiny, pardon me. The spare Last Crusade body, and I think that works really nice on there. I like that. So again, that's another way to go, but it's going to be tricky to find a good price on one of those now, I reckon. Depending on how much you want to spend. You're probably looking at about 50 quid for that figure. And while I suppose you could then sell on the body and accessories for a bit, if you keep the head, make a bit of your money back. Or keep your eyes out on eBay. Something loose, cheap might come along. But that's a really nice Harrison Ford head. But again, I think because it's older Harrison Ford, I don't want to say it's easier to sculpt, because I can't sculpt anything at all, you know. Anything I did would look like this potato head. But the point stands that, you know, if you're talented in that direction, sculpting someone with lines and wrinkles and cragginess is easier, because there's, something to hang that portrait on in terms of features of note. That sounded posh, didn't it? Features of note, wow. Fancy me. Bring this fella in because he stood about. Okay, this is a nice sculpt. I'm not a fan of the open teeth particularly. Open teeth, you know what I mean? The mouth with the teeth showing. I get, you know, he's looking like he's angry or ready for a scrap. And it is a nice sculpt. And again, you can definitely see Harrison Ford in there. And it's a very nice figure, this. I think they did a lovely job. Rolled up sleeves and the weathering in the untucked shirt and everything. That's a nice one. The neck ball joint on this one is different though, so bear that in mind. So it's a lot harder to pop one of the other heads onto this body. Although you could, you'd have to take the ball peg out too and see if you could get the other ball peg in. You might then need to add a bit of blue tack or something in there just to keep it all together, but it would certainly work for display purposes. You know, wouldn't take much play with. If you know you're walking them about or swinging them off something, it would come off, but good enough for on the shelf, certainly. So yeah, there you go. That's just a little bit of a chat about these, and again, just really so I could show you the results of the custom. Again, this body has been lightly weathered and hit with the matte spray to take the shine down a bit. But yeah, I'm happy with him. He looks good. And that is now probably the last Indiana Jones video, because it looks like no more figures, which is a shame. But didn't we do well, eh? Got to be thankful for what you get in life. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and thank you for your comments and likes and things of that nature. Although I don't feel you have to do them things, because I'm not here to get famous. Or if someone wants to send me lots of money, I would accept it, because who wouldn't? I don't see that happening. And the next video will probably be, I'm guessing, the well, it will be Indiana Jones, but not Hasbro Indiana Jones. It'll be the SHF Indiana Jones, because he should be out in the next few weeks, I believe. And I've got him on pre-order, so hopefully I'll get him reasonably quickly. I pre-ordered him from a reputable shop in Japan about 6 months ago when I first heard he was coming out. And he's promised me fast postage, etc. So hopefully we'll get him quick and we can make a video on him and have a look. And I'm hoping, from what I've seen of the last few SHF Figuarts releases, that they've upscaled all their figures, which quite surprised me, because SHF has always been that little bit smaller. I mean, they say 6-inch, but I'd say these represent a true 6-inch scale. And Mafex. There's Arnie. Just for a bit of a comparison there and a size thingy. these are, they measure up at, you know, 6 inches or thereabouts. Whereas SHF on the whole tend to be a wee bit smaller. Here's Captain Jack. And while for me that works fine in this scale, and Captain Jack isn't as tall as Harrison Ford, so you know what I mean. I've always seen him as a slight character, you know. But for someone like the Star-Lord figure, for instance, which I have got, but I haven't got him to hand to show you, he's noticeably short when you put him next to an Indy or a Mafex figure, and he just doesn't look right. But the new SHF Figuarts Rocket and Star-Lord set that I've seen reviewed is noticeably bigger, and I would say, from what I've seen, more along the lines of the Hasbro and the Mafex. So if that is the case, and it turns out to be a good figure, the figure SHF Figuarts Indy, that's going to fit in beautifully with all of the Hasbro stuff and will be very exciting. I was thinking that I might just have to have the head off of it if it was a good head and pop it on a Hasbro body or something to make it work, because we've got such a nice array of 6-inch Indiana Jones figures now. It's a shame to not have your best possible Indy displayed with them. So I'm hoping that will be the case, that we'll get some, we'll see now that the SHF have all going to come out a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, and they'll all fit in nicer together. Hit and miss for me, SHF. I love the Captain Jack, and they have done some excellent figures in the past, and some of the figures just look awful. You know, there's some figures I've bought and I've literally got out of the box, gone, ooh, put them back in the box and sold them on. And I was thinking to get the new Star-Lord and Rocket twin pack, but from the reviews and the videos I've seen, I'm not liking it. It does not look very good. So they've taken away some of the articulation from Rocket. He just looks like a much cheaper end figure to me now. And the sculpt doesn't look so good. And the Star-Lord sculpt doesn't look very good either. Here's the, oh, shaky hands time. Place your bets, place your bets. Is he going to stand? Is he going to fall? Lean against Indy. Nice. So yeah, original Rocket. SHF Rocket from Guardians 2. Lovely little figure. Nice details. Excellent sculpt. Posability, paint, everything. He's a really nice little fellow. I'm a big fan of him. Don't fight with Indy. He's got a knife look. He'll have you. Yeah, but the new one looks awful. Really, you know, really not happy with that, which makes me again worry, will the Indy figure be any good? Time will tell. I've got it pre-ordered anyway, so as soon as I've got it, I'll do a quick video and you guys can have a look and make a decision if you want it or not. Because it could go either way. It might be really great, and because they seem to have upscaled slightly, fitting beautifully with the Hasbros and just be like, you know, happy days. Or it could be just awful. We'll have to wait and see. But I will tell you whichever way when it happens. Anyway, it's probably enough waffle for now. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you're all having a good time. And if you're on the train now, why not wave at somebody you don't know and give them a big smile? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Or say hello to an old lady walking down the street. They love that, the old ladies. No one says hello to them anymore, and they're big fans of it. So be nice to each other because it's free, and I'll see you soon. Bye.